This week, we're finishing Rose and Chains by Julie Soto, otherwise known as How Did They Get Around? Horses? I don't know. Magic.
Hi, readers. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to Not Another Heroine, the book pod where we celebrate the heroines we love
and roast the ones we don't. We'll be your TBR FGMs.
Fairy godmothers.
And find you the best 5-star reads, the spiciest romance, and save you from the overhyped DNFs.
So grab your favorite drink and get cozy. Welcome to Season 3.
The time has come.
We finally get into the real meat of why we hate this book.
There was so many times during that synopsis where I got re-triggered about what I was mad about. There's so many things that are inherently confusing because maybe we want to start on just the concept itself. So I came to the realization that the auction was written with main characters that are, 17 to 19 years old. Bryony, whatever, she is 24 in this book. So I think what happened was originally the story was supposed to be with 17 to 19-year-olds. And some of the plot points make sense from that perspective of immaturity. But I think the publishers were we need to take advantage of the whole romantasy thing, age up everyone, to the point that it made no fucking sense. Because why is a 24-year-old acting this way who has no conception of power dynamics, has no thought about any of it?
Not just
24?
a 24-year-old who's the crown princess of an entire kingdom.
Yeah.
Who supposedly has been getting instruction on, politics and economy and military history.
Yeah.
And yet, Bryony knows absolutely nothing.
She's, because that's my other fucking gripe. She is an idiot. There are multiple times where she doesn't have a coherent thought about what's going on. And I read some of the reviews and there was one person, I had to dig for a fucking negative review of this book. But one person was she doesn't do anything to progress the plot. There's no action that she's not in receive mode and reacting to. She does nothing that is an active action. Because think about it. There's no scene that she's doing anything.
I think part of the problem with Bryony is that we have no basis to understand who she is, what she likes, what she does, what her relationships are with these secondary characters. One thing I thought could have maybe reshaped this book, especially given it's a trilogy, is that set the book not with these flashbacks to the school time. Set it during the last year of their school before the kingdom is overrun. Build the relationships amongst all of these secondary characters who clearly play a part in the war and the auction. That way, you know who Bryony is. You know where she stands in relationship to all of these other players. You know you don't have to throw all of this world building in one book.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, they try to do too much.
Yeah.
Bryony, as a character, too, she's another insert self character because I cannot pin down what heroine archetype she is.
No, I have no idea.
And I think successful heroines have an archetype. They exist for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But initially she's described as, she's this, bullied bookworm who's really good at magic, but she lets her brother take the limelight. Oh, that's interesting. That's relatable. Okay, let's read more about her.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have one flashback to a scene where she's attending a ball and suddenly she's the most coveted dance partner. She's beautiful. All the boys want her. Who the fuck is Bryony? Is she the bullied wallflower or is she the stunning princess of the realm that everyone wants to fuck?
Yeah, because then we also get this random scene with Tovin. And this is one of the points that I decided that I actively disliked Bryony as a person, that she's basically harassing Tovin, why aren't you having sex with me all of the other slaves? And it's that's a wild statement to regardless of her feelings for Tovin and the underlying romance or whatever, that's fucking out of pocket. That's crazy.
It's that layered upon the virginity narratives and the fertility narratives, it feels like what we've talked about, the red pill propaganda, male wish fulfillment, I want a virgin, but I want a virgin who wants to fuck me really badly.
Yeah. It's the conspiracy theory part. And that's what's crazy too. This is maybe one of the moments where I will bring in the auction, that I think the auction itself, the fanfic, had more of a just kind of like a dark romance exploration of some of these themes. I think similar to what like Manacle did, what like The Handmaid's Tale did, and like kind of the questionable power dynamics. Like especially in Handmaiden, like she has a relationship with the like guard or whatever, and it's like, but she's a slave. Like, how does that work? That's what it was like supposed to be, but then we get these like teenage archetype tropes thrown on top where it's like she's like jealous of other people who get to like
Yeah, she's jealous of Larissa, who gets
she's jealous of the other slaves who like were brought in for Tovin to like have sex with in the parties that she wasn't invited to in the beginning. She's jealous of them. Are you fucking crazy? Like it's such a like a teenage archetype. Like that's something that you would expect of someone who's like 16. 24?
Sinlin Yu's heroine in Manacled would be rolling on the floor laughing at this girl.
Yeah.
Because she suffers so much, and yet she still overcomes her suffering and still manages to have these thoughtful, meaningful interactions with the characters and interact with the world. And yet Bryony is just concerned about who's fucking who.
Yeah. And she's like concerned about Tovin like not liking her and like her like previous kind of like fanciful like romance with him, because we get like the flashbacks and I think that's supposed to do like most of the bulk on the like romance plot line, but it's like none of them are really like interesting or like fulfilling. Like you immediately know that Tovin liked her, but then she's like an idiot about it the whole time. Like even by the end, like
the very fact that Tovin doesn't reveal that Bryony is funneling her power to her brother so he does well in school. Like, you need a clearer sign? Like, the dude likes you. I did like Tovin.
Yeah.
Like, he was well done. I mean, it's not hard to write a good, interesting, like, male lead. Oh, he's handsome and he takes care of me and he's the all-knowing protector.
Yeah.
At least, okay, great. That's why we read romantasy.
Yeah. I will say, though, that I don't think that he was very, like, compelling or, like, morally gray
But
or,
Daddy
like...
was.
Oh my God, yeah. Are you fucking...
Oh, Ryan Hurst?
I almost feel like we need like a little like dialogue about that.
You know what would be a little meta? Is we read a fan fiction for Rose and Chains.
about Orion. I love that so
we
fucking
might be doing that, Raiders.
Oh my God, yeah. Because there's just something like he's compelling. Like he's working for Mallow. He's like on a hunt to find Rory that we like learn towards the end. But like there's still like he's a practicing mind magician, which is like outlawed big time. But it's like he also is super wealthy and he like is purposely in seventh in line because like he could be like first in line.
He turns down the offer from Mistress Mallow to be her successor.
Yeah, because he knows that he'll have like more flexibility, more independence if he's lower on the chain. And he's like, he's fine having people like shit on him because he's only seventh and he's not like fourth. Because he know, like, how fucking compelling. Are you kidding me?
Him and Serena don't feel like a match.
No.
Because she's this very shallow mother-like character. It's really to give Bryony a mother figure because her mother died in childbirth, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's to also like progress the romance because we get this very like childish, like immature that Serena hates Larissa because Larissa, you know, wasn't right for her Tovin.
Because Larissa was a slut.
Yeah, like not, you know, who would be Lady Hurst after her or whatever. But inexplicably, like from the very beginning, she's like, oh, Bryony, dear, call me Serena. It's like she didn't do anything to deserve that.
It felt like the mom from The Right Thing to Do.
Oh,
Narcissa.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, there's no like reason that I'm supposed to feel this way. And then like inexplicably again, she's like, I'm going to save your virginity at the risk to my family. Like that feels very like out of line of someone who's like
immature. It feels immature and like short-sighted.
But then Daddy Orion has to come
and
in.
Orion's like rolling his eyes like, really? You guys summoned me home for this shit? Okay. The writing.
Yeah.
It was
fine.
It was a little too modern, and I think...
Yeah. Listening to it in audiobook format, there was moments when I didn't realize that it was, like, historical.
It starts off pretty strong. Like, the themes of the language seem like, okay, we're in, like, 19th century, 20th century, like, early 20th century timeline here. It's written in third person, only from Bryony's perspective. But then out of nowhere, we get expletives. Like, oh, fuck you. And then we have modern dialogue, like, oh, shut up, kind of stuff. And it just feels really out of place if you're trying to create this alternate world. Like, you are creating a new fantasy realm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we had issues with the Fourth Wing, because it does the same thing with the writing style.
Yeah. As soon as Bryony was put into a skin-tight lace dress that was, like, cut short, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like a bodycon dress?
You're right. But that's what makes me think this might have been more successful had she set it in a contemporary timeline or in science fiction.
It's
Right.
like, you could do that. That is an option
Do you need
available.
a cop-out? Do you not have the skills to create your own world, a compelling world?
Because that's the other thing is you'll be reading and then all of a sudden you get this like aside that's some sort of like world building, but it's just like a paragraph thrown in the middle of like a scene. And then it's all of a sudden like, this is an explanation for like why this happens. And it's like, okay, cool. Like I didn't want to know that, but thanks.
It's just and then again, some of the techniques with the writing are so copy paste from Fourth Wing. Like the beginning of the chapter excerpts from 400 years ago, that manuscript, that's done in Fourth Wing. The epilogue thing with the brother reveal, that's done in Fourth Wing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The POV is different because isn't Fourth Wing first person?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But really, there's just so. And then the magic system.
Oh my God.
Does not make any sense. Okay, this is what I like to call convenience magic, which is magic solves everything from daily tasks to fighting. There is no need for anything else. How do they get around? We don't know. Do they ride horses? Magic. Let's portal.
Sorry. That took me out.
Sorry.
But literally,
do you need to pee? Oh, here's a bucket.
Oh my God. Because the part about the magic system that I don't understand is like, how did she not know that she was like a heart spring for her brother? And like she had to have somebody else like tell her.
That gets into the other level of why is the magic so separated?
Yeah.
Because if this kingdom overthrows the mind magic kingdom because they don't like mind magic, yet their motivator is to consume as much magic as possible through familiars and slaves and stuff, why wouldn't they use mind magic?
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't make sense. If you have a big evil baddie who wants to be the most powerful person in the world, use all the magic, they're going to use all the magic that they have. Except it's this artificial delineation between we use blood magic and they use mind magic.
Yeah.
Except everyone can use everything if they just know about it.
Because that's the other confusing part is it seems like mind magic is like more powerful because like heart magic is like linked to physical, like you're taking magic from your body or like from a familiar.
Do you want to talk about the sacral magic?
Oh my God, dude. I
didn't want to derail that train of thought, but I forgot about the sacral magic.
There is a fucking fiery crash of a train. Because it's never actually like explained. But my biggest fucking beef is that this girl does not know what sacral magic is. Like, what do you think sacral means? First of all.
How?
Because she loves the fucking library. She reads books, but you don't know what this word means? Like,
they live in a world where there is a mechanism to hold their boobs up. They wear bras.
I know.
Okay? Like, they've advanced technically that far. Yet, we don't know about sex magic.
Oh my God, dude.
The magic is...
I don't think I'm okay.
God. Okay, side note, because this is like a minor gripe. The first and last names of all of these characters...
Where Veronica Mallow, there's no coming back from that.
I remember being a 14-year-old in a creative writing club. These are the kind of names that you come up with when you're 14.
Yep. But going back to Veronica Mallow, I don't understand, like, who she, like, why is she the bad guy? Like, what does she want?
She
like,
straight up doesn't seem like a bad person.
No, she was compelling at the beginning when they have the, like, dance scene, the ball, whatever. And she made some kind of, like, weird, like, slut-shaming comment to Brienne, like, out of the blue. But, like, it was kind of compelling that she's, like, 28th in line or something, and then all of a sudden she's, like, propelled to the top and she, like, bonds with the dragon. Like, it's an interesting premise, but we, like, know nothing about her for her to be the new, like,
I don't know why she's bad, other than, she overthrows a kingdom, which kingdoms do
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
So, okay, so she's an all-powerful leader. She wants her country to be the best. What else is she known for?
On a good note, like, she outlaws the potion or whatever, the elixir that makes, like,
Mhm.
questionable consent. Like, she outlawed that. So is she really bad? Like,
She's just not developed at all.
no. For her to be, like, the baddie of this trilogy?
And bad enough that she has a following.
Yeah.
People like Orion Hurst, like, listen to her?
Because that's what I didn't understand is that scene at the very end where Veronica Mallow is going through Bryony's brain and memories. And then it's, like, implied that Orion is, like, walking along with them to, like, make sure that nothing crazy happens. But, like, you're telling me that Orion has better mind magic than Veronica Mallow. Like, just, like, kill her?
Yeah.
Like,
Then make your family suffer through all of this?
yeah. But, like,
I don't
just
don't get it.
I'm so confused.
It's slapdash, like, world building at
Mhm.
every world building and character design at every single level.
Yeah. More compelling. I think this should be a novella written from Tobin Hurst's perspective. And I think it should just focus on him finding a way to navigate this weird, he has, like, romantic feelings for someone that is now his, like, slave. And you can write her as bland, as, like, not even any kind of, like, internal thought about her, but it's like, how do I navigate this? That, like, I love her, but I see these, like, questionable, like, consensual, like, when we're never gonna have a relationship together.
But also, why does he love her?
I don't know.
No one knows, because all we get are these flashbacks from them at school, and she's good at magic, and she's helping her brother. Like, why else would he like her? Oh, is she hot? Okay, that's one reason. But we don't know that because we get these conflicting descriptions of her.
That's true. Because then there's all these, like, illusions, too, that, like, she's the most desired. Like, they want her to come to these parties because she's, like, the most desirable. She has, like, golden blood or some shit.
But also they make comments on her, like, physical appearance. Like, in the very beginning, when they make all the slaves go take a shower or,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
bathe, like, she's leered at and fondled a little bit. Just, where are we at?
I don't know, dude. I think I've talked about all of the things that piss me off the most.
I mean, the romance.
You found something to piss me off more?
I was hoping for it. Though there's a very forced will they, won't they, the entire book. Driven through the flashbacks, driven through the current plot line. But there's never like a won't they on Bryony's end.
Yeah.
Because the entire time she's like at least infatuated with Tubman, even knowing he's her like master.
Yeah.
Which if you look at Manacled, the Hermione in that one is so conflicted.
Yeah.
She does not have any kind of, because she's being tortured and raped or the threat of rape.
Yeah.
Why is that not impacting Bryony more?
That's what I don't understand too, because even her comments are like, why aren't you doing this? And it's like, dog, that's so fucking crazy. Because the way that Manacled, like, the plot line operates is they had a whole romance, like, before. And that's the only way it really does work is, like, she forgot and then she got but then you have to, like, internalize that, like, you knew this person that you, like, fell in love with, but now their actions, they were, like, raping you. Those were, like, legitimate, like, memories. How do you, like, put those two people together into the same person? But it's like Brianna, none of that. There's no, like, emotional depth to this book.
No, because she has no depth.
Mm.
And I think why the real reason they aged the characters up to 24 is so they could have the sex scenes.
Oh, I could see that.
Because we have the blowjob scene at 65%. And then we have, like, a non-sex scene, but almost sex scene. Like, at the very end, because he's comforting her because she just killed someone.
Oh my God, don't even get me started. Because she's the one that, like, instigates that. And it's like, I get that you can have, like, crazy responses to, like, shock and trauma, but it just felt so, like, odd.
We kind of mentioned this in part 1, but this book feels like the perfect example of the commercialization of fantasy romance.
Mhm.
Like, because all the tropes are standardized. We could list them off. Enemies
Yeah.
to lovers.
But, like, fabricated enemies to lovers.
Yeah, power dynamics, hurt her and die
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Will they, won't they? Jealousy for some reason, like, she's threatened by another girl who's gonna come steal her boyfriend.
An all-powerful, like, first of her line magic
Yeah.
wielder. The female lead herself is generic and interesting, so everyone can relate to her, just
Mhm.
like Bella. Like, the dumbed-down world building. This is what triggered me in, like, the first couple chapters is the telling versus showing world building.
Yeah.
Like, you have a whole paragraph explaining the world history. Like, Fourth Wing does that too,
Mhm.
which is, as a reader, I want to learn about the world in conjunction with the character.
Mhm.
And I always point to the Winter's Curse trilogy
Yeah.
as someone who builds a world that you gradually get to understand. You're
Mhm.
not just data dumped on
Mhm.
in the first chapter.
I think that's a good point too, that the Winter's Curse talks about these dynamics so much better. Like, there's so much emotional depth because we have, like, Aaron and Kestrel who are like, Kestrel owns Aaron and he's, like, bitter about it and he's upset. And, like, every time that they, like, kind of, like, forget about those, stances, that, like, he remembers and he's like, well, you own me, so you can tell me to do any of this.
This is the Winter's Curse gender flipped, almost in its entirety,
Oh.
with the countries at war.
Yeah. Holy wow, yeah. But, like, done so poorly because there's no, like, question about it. Like, when these, like, moments come up where they almost, like, forget about everything that's happening and they're, like, falling into the, like, romance of it, there's no one to, like, question that, like, "Hey, this is kind of questionable. Like, if you wanted, you could tell me to, like, get you off." But it's like they don't even have these conversations. She's almost, like, demanding it. It's doesn't make sense with the world. Like, The Winter's Curse has so much more, like, emotional depth in that dynamic, but this is just like "Oh, she's his slave."
It's glamorizing it to an
Yeah,
extent.
that's true.
And then just the writing style too. It's like, okay, how do we appeal to every single reading level? I'm not hating on easy to read books. I have tons of them. I like them. There's a time and place for them, and sometimes you just put them away and you come back to them later. But it feels like language and writing styles have been dumbed down so everyone can read it. And I'm not saying, like, we need to gatekeep reading,
Yeah.
but I feel like we need to try.
Yeah.
Like, there's an art form to writing, and we're losing it.
I think that kind of speaks too to the, like, world building, that this could be in modern times if you changed, like, 3 or 4 words in the, like, 400 pages. I think that kind of speaks to the, like, the writing level is, like, it sounds almost contemporary because there's no, like, word usage that roots it in, like, a historical fantasy setting. So it's like, it sounds like it's just a text thread between, like, a bunch of 16-year-olds.
I wonder how much influence design and whatnot the editing team had, because I wonder if Julie Soto gave them her original manuscript and said, all right, here's your template, and then they created all of this because they know what works in the genre.
I almost think that's more likely than Julie Soto doing, like, a rewrite of anything because, like, she kind of knows how to do romance. Like, the Forget Me Not and then Not Another Love Song, like, there's at least, like, some kind of, like, romantic basis in those. And I know it's different because it's, like, contemporary romance and the romance is the whole point. But, like, there's, like, no romance in this. Like, it's, like, alleged and, like, suggested, but there's no, like, significant romantic plot line. So it's like, you know how to do it. Like, why didn't it happen in this?
Because I wanted to write a romantasy.
Yeah.
And I think if they set it in contemporary times and still included magic, it'd be too close to Harry Potter.
I could see that. Dude.
All right. I think we've hit most of our points.
Yeah.
Similar books, Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
Zodiac Academy.
Oh my God, yeah. Even with the twins, too.
Yeah. A Fate Inked in Blood. I'm listing bad books that
Yeah.
are similar to this one.
Honestly. I feel like there's another one that's kind of similar. I don't know that I could even begin to, I don't know. I think Zodiac Academy really just
sums it up. Yeah. But if you are similar to us in your take on this book, or you have no interest in even opening this book, but you like some of the ideas,
Yeah.
The Winter's Curse, like we just talked about,
Yes.
just read it.
Yeah.
And Crown Duel also.
Oh.
Similar theme. Like, she's a princess. She's battling for her kingdom. It's her enemy, but not her enemy.
Her older brother is, like, the one in line. Wow, yeah, that is true.
So those are the only 2 books you really need to read.
Yeah. I would also say, too, that, like, if you want that kind of, like, dark romance aspect, the, like, questionable, like, just read, like, Manacled, too. You can find it online anywhere. Someone has, like, PDF copies of it.
Mhm.
But if you, like, wanna, like, explore those themes in a way that's, like, coherent.
Valid, contributes to the genre
Yeah.
in a meaningful way
Yeah.
instead of a money
Manacled.
grab way.
Yeah. It does feel like a money grab, which
Yeah,
is just
look
kinda
at
like
this. I shelled out for the special edition of this book. I had high hopes for it.
yeah.
There's, like,
Wait,
nice
hold it up, like, straight so I can see
Oh.
the why is it off center?
Oh. Oh, no.
Isn't that weird?
I don't like that.
Ugh. But
All right.
I'm pissed off too. I had to buy $14.99 for the Kindle version.
Ugh.
And then I had to use one of my Audible credits to finish it because I couldn't read it. There's so many points I wanted to DNF it.
Our final rating is
1 star.
I would give it 0.
Yeah, because so this is based off of Jordan's, like, objective, like, rating system where it's like, she set out to do X. Did she do it? No.
Not at all.
She set out to write, like, a dark romance fantasy with, like, questionable, she's a slave, but she loves her master before that. And how does that change? None of that was accomplished.
I haven't read it, but Kushiel's Dart or Kushiel's
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's
Mhm.
if not the first book, it's part of the trilogy. Same kind of idea with slavery and romance and those questionable power
Mhm.
dynamics.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that one is, like,
Mhm.
well recommended. Dog.
Rose and Chains by Julie Soto.
From our shelf to yours.
We will see you on the next page.
Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.